Out of all the candidates in the Republican field this year, there's one candidate who has appeared on Fox News Channel more than any other, by a mile. Guess which one?
To Donald Trump on if these type of events are just asking for trouble. He joins me now on the phone.
Great to see you, Mr. Trump. Thanks for being here.
Donald Trump, who's on the phone.
So he wanted his first post-announcement interview to be on The Factor. Good for us. Here it is.
2016 GOP presidential candidate himself, and the latest one to get in and created the most noise, arguably, Donald Trump.
Moments ago, Donald Trump going on the record.
Donald Trump, welcome. Thank you.
Joining us now from his New York City headquarters is Donald Trump.
I think the GOP establishment is afraid of Donald Trump, and I asked him why.
Joining us from his lavish headquarters here in New York City is Donald Trump.
On and on and on and on. In the 3 months leading up to the first Republican presidential debate on August 6th, in those 3 months, Donald Trump appeared on Fox News Channel dozens of times, more than any other Republican presidential candidate. Donald Trump, anytime, from any place, early morning on Fox News, daytime on Fox News, prime time on Fox News, on set, on the phone, occasionally from his lavish headquarters in New York. Donald Trump, before the August 6th debate, was essentially a potted plant that the Fox News studio crew members kept finding new, sunny places for. He was just always there. I mean, ahead of getting into the race, right? Donald Trump was already a celebrity. But in terms of making the leap that he has made from celebrity to political candidate, no entity midwifed that process more effectively and more determinedly than Fox News did. Fox News basically gave him a rolling live platform on which he could become increasingly more of a candidate on their airwaves every day. Until 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday, August 6th, when it turned out that Mr. Trump did not like the way that Fox News asked him questions in that first debate. Didn't like what the Fox News hosts and moderators were asking him about. He expressed his displeasure about that on social media and on TV news over and over and over again, but not on Fox News. He stopped going on the Fox News Channel after that first debate. He had been wallpaper on the Fox News Channel. He was all over Fox News basically every day until that debate, that Thursday night at the beginning of August. After that debate, he did not go on Fox News the following Friday, or the following Saturday, or the following Sunday. In fact, that Sunday, after the first debate, he went on almost every other TV network news show in the country, but not Fox News. By Monday morning, he had still not been back on Fox News. But by Monday evening, they had made up. The New York Times reporting that Donald Trump and the Fox News president, Roger Ailes, spoke on the phone that Monday night after the debate, and all was well again. Mr. Ailes told the Times, quote, "I assured Mr. Trump that we will continue to cover this campaign with fairness and balance. We had a blunt but cordial conversation, and the air has been cleared." And it was. The following morning, Mr. Trump was back on with Fox and Friends, like the good old days, everything hunky-dory. Some sort of truce was worked out in that phone call. The air was clear. Now, apparently, the air is no longer clear. That truce is apparently over. As of last night, the war is back on. The leading contender for the Republican presidential nomination is back at war with the unofficial, official TV network of the Republican Party. And that is hard to understand in terms of what it's going to mean for Republican politics. For whatever reason last night, Mr. Trump kicked it back on. He went back to criticizing Fox News, specifically to criticizing their conservative primetime host, Megyn Kelly. He sent out a series of tweets and retweets criticizing her and her Fox News show, sometimes in profane terms. But in response, something very unusual happened. I mean, Fox News is a competitor of ours here at MSNBC, but honestly, they're also something unlike anything else in the media landscape. They are Republican Party television, right? So we not only compete with them, we also cover them as a political entity. You have to if you want to cover Republican politics. So in that context, I have been covering Fox News as a Republican political entity for years now. And over all of those years that I have been covering them in that way, I cannot remember a time when they did anything like this before they did this today. The head of Fox News is Roger Ailes. He's been chairman and CEO of Fox News for 19 years. He's very skilled at his job. Fox has achieved unimaginable success, both commercially and in terms of their political influence on the Republican Party under Roger Ailes' iron-fisted direction at Fox. But as far as I know, over all those years, Mr. Ailes has never before responded to criticism in the way he did today. First, there was this blizzard from Fox News talent. Clearly, Mr. Ailes or somebody else at Fox News gave some sort of directive or suggestion or go-ahead to the talent across the Fox News channel that they should go ahead and criticize Donald Trump publicly. They should criticize him specifically for the way he went after that one Fox News host. Almost simultaneously, there was just a torrent of statements from Fox News talent telling Donald Trump that he's wrong and that he must never say anything like that again about a Fox News host. And then, on top of that, Mr. Ailes himself also personally put out what I think is an unprecedented statement. And he not only put it out in writing, they then read it on live TV. And through all of the years that I have spent goggling at Fox News as a political entity and being amazed by the things they will do, I have never seen them do something quite like this.
Donald Trump tweeted out some personal attacks about our own Megyn Kelly. In response to those attacks, our boss, Fox News chairman and CEO Roger Ailes, has just issued this statement. He writes, Donald Trump's surprise and unprovoked attack on Megyn Kelly during her program last night is as unacceptable as it is disturbing. Megyn Kelly represents the very best of American journalism, and all of us at Fox News Channel reject the crude and irresponsible attempts to suggest otherwise. I could not be more proud of Megyn for her professionalism and class in the face of all of Mr. Trump's verbal assaults. Her questioning of Mr. Trump at the debate was tough but fair, and I fully support her as she continues to ask the probing and challenging questions that all presidential candidates may find difficult to answer. Donald Trump rarely apologizes, although in this case he should. We've never been deterred by politicians or anyone else attacking us for doing our job, much less allowed ourselves to be bullied by anyone. And we're certainly not going to start now. All of our journalists will continue to report in the fair and balanced way that has made Fox News Channel the #1 news network in the industry.
The #1 news network in the industry. Of course, they have to end it with that. They always do that. It's so funny. They always do that. Fox's highest rated host is this man who you may recognize. His name is Bill O'Reilly. One of the very funny and very reliable things about Mr. O'Reilly for years now is that whenever he gets called out for anything, for example, earlier this year it was revealed he was not telling the truth about his time covering the Falklands War back in the 80s. His response, Fox News' response to questions and criticism about that was really, really funny. In our covering that scandal, we sent Fox News questions about Bill O'Reilly's reporting in Argentina in the 1980s. Their response to us was, here are a bunch of documents showing just how great Bill O'Reilly's ratings are. It's totally irrelevant and very funny. It is a funny, reliably ridiculous thing about Fox News. Fox News is very commercially successful, but our ratings are bigger response to any substantive criticism is part of the reason that nobody takes them too seriously as a supposed news organization. Now we know, though, this is the Godzilla versus Mothra part, right? Now we know that one funny thing about Fox News, you criticize them, they say they have great ratings. We now know that that is not only true about them, it's also true about Donald Trump. Because here is how Donald Trump rejected this unprecedented statement of criticism from Fox News today. Mr. Trump put out his own statement in response to Roger Ailes, saying how wrong Fox News and Roger Ailes are to defend this host, Megyn Kelly, and he reiterates how much he does not like that one particular Fox News host. But then he finishes up his statement with this. Look, more importantly, I'm very pleased to see the latest polls from Public Policy Polling showing me at a strong #1 with 35% in New Hampshire, and the Monmouth University poll showing me again at #1 with 30% in South Carolina. It was also just announced that I won the prestigious Corn Kernel poll at the Iowa State Fair by a landslide. Look at my landslide in the Corn Kernel poll. Sometimes the universe delivers poetic justice. I mean, no, on the one hand, this does feel sort of like Godzilla versus Mothra, right? I mean, Republican News Network versus front-runner Republican presidential candidate. Two monsters of roughly the same size. How can a fight between them possibly end? On the other hand, if you want a more specific monster metaphor that's maybe more accurate, it's maybe less Godzilla and Mothra and more like Frankenstein and his own monster. Because when Donald Trump wanted to become a real candidate and not a celebrity, when he wanted to start being treated like a candidate, Fox News did that for him. They created this thing, which they are now fighting. And the fight is happening on the exact terms that Fox News itself invented. Ignoring the substance totally and fighting on the basis of my ratings are bigger, my poll numbers are bigger, therefore I can't hear you and I don't have to hear you. That has been pure Fox News for years now. And now it is pure Donald Trump. And it is the way that he is at war with Fox News. The universe is a snake that eats its own tail. In an era where Fox News is dominant as Republican television, can a Republican candidate for president win without them? Or more to the point, can a Republican candidate for president win while being against them? My personal sense is no. My personal sense is that Fox News will endure no matter who the Republican nominee is, and there can be no Republican presidential nominee without Fox News championing them. But that's my personal take. I mean, if that's true, then this has to end somewhere different than it is right now. If the Republican frontrunner and Fox are at war, then that person cannot be the Republican frontrunner anymore. Fox must win. I know it has to end that way someday, but I do not know how we get there.